Hi guys, my name is Brady Mossberger, and this is the Brady Mossberger Goalie School. And today we're going to be talking about all about your post play. So that is how you get loaded up on the post, how you use the VH, and how you use the RVH. So we'll talk all about all three, and VH versus RVH, when to use them, how to get into them, different versions of them, everything to do with it. This should help out you guys a lot. A lot of people, they struggle with the VH, RVH. Especially young goalies. It is hard to do for young goalies, and we'll get into that. So real quick, we're gonna get into a couple key things that are important to always do. Lots of goalies that get really lackadaisical, especially with the RVH, they get real lazy with it. So first thing, no matter what you're doing, if you're loaded, VH, if you're RVH, you aren't just leaning on the post or anything like that. You have your weight strong, ready to go, so that if a puck comes out, you're ready to move out, right? So if we're going up here, it's not this, it's that. We always have our weight loaded, ready to go. Another thing, say we're back here, we're looking over here, puck's in the corner, something like that. We're looking, we're seeing who's back door, where's the guy in the point, how open is he, stuff like that. That way puck comes out, we're there, we're ready to make the save. Real quick, talking about entering the post whenever you're loaded up, whenever you're post hugging, whatever you want to call it. Remember, shuffle is preferable if you watch the movement video. So it's strong, skate on the post. If it's a T-push, then it's stop hard, get it right on the post, get down and get ready. Another important thing, so you gotta be good at this, is going post to post whenever you're standing. So, you know, if you need a T-push, that's doable. Shuffle's better. If you're young and you can't get across one, 2 shuffles is all right. But you really want to be able to get those long shuffles. That way, someone goes by the net, you're out, like that. You got to be really good at shuffling and coming into the post, because a lot of the time, someone's going to be carrying the puck. You got to be able to shuffle with them. This is an important skill. This is why we practice shuffling. But you got to be able to enter the post at the right time. So I'm going to show you what that looks like. So someone's carrying the puck. They're moving a little faster. You're shuffling with them. You're shuffling. You're on the post. You're on the post. They aren't on the threat anymore, you get down, you get here. If they start to look like they might shoot, that's when you go RVH, you take away everything. So, if you watch hockey, you pay attention to the goalies, you know, anytime around the 2000s, late 2000s, early 2010s, you're gonna see goalies doing lots of this. And this is called the VH, for vertical, horizontal. And then RVH, it's reverse vertical, horizontal. Weird naming, but yeah, so you'll see this, and it's awkward. It's weird, it takes a lot of practice, but just in general, if we want to come over here just so you can see a little bit, I like to use this. It's very situational, weird. I use this sometimes whenever I think a shot's coming so I can get down if I felt weird butterflying, because if you watch hockey, sometimes goalie's way up here, he butterflies to make a save, maybe it's a shot fake, player goes around for a wraparound, you can't get back because that's there. I mean, you can pull multiple goals where that happens. So sometimes what I like to do is, you know, you don't want to go into your RVH because it's a little weird. Maybe, depends on who you are. I like to go sometimes, get down, VH, take it away. So remember, gloves up here, stick in 5-hole, blockers ready to go. It's weird, you don't see it too much anymore. That's for a reason. Very situational. One good reason a young goalie, I think, should learn the VH, although it's not necessary, is it's very easy to get a good strong push out of. And if you're young, getting a strong push out of the RVH would be hard, versus the VH. When you're like this, your leg is already up here and ready to go. So you're up here, ready, your weight should be on it. Remember, don't be lazy with your weight. You ready to go? You're out, you're ready. Versus the RVH, you know, I'll show you why this is so awkward. But come out, it's weird. That's why I think the VH is a good situational tool to use sometimes. But in general, if you had to learn one, learn the RVH. Blocker side, VH is very weird. I mean, you can try, you stick in 5-hole, glove ready, pad up, pad down. You're covering your 5-hole and you're getting that. No pucks beating you up here. I would say, VH, honestly, nowadays, you don't even need to learn it. It's a nice tool to have. I'm glad that I learned it whenever I was real young, because I still use it sometimes, but nowadays you can get away with just the RVH, and we'll show you why and how now. There are a couple different variations of the RVH, and it's all based on what is connected to the post. Now, you see lots of goalies, they use they use their skate blade. Their skate blade goes on the post. They're nice. I use this sometimes when I go post to post because I can go. So I'll show you how I actually use it. But if I come to jam it, now I'm here really quick. That's helpful. And then also, since your skate is already here, you're ready to go. That's the best way to get a push off. You can see how quick and how far it went. But as you can see, if you put your skate blade on, that opens up a hole right there. Someone goes to jam, they might beat you through that hole. It's not unlikely. Now, you will put your glove near there, but pucks can still find a way. That's why I think in general, the best is to put your toe cap on. So if you want to come in here, get a good shot, you can see the toe cap, so the toe of my skate is on here. That takes away that hole, and I'm still on there. So now I'm gonna go. You still get a really good push. Not quite as good as the skate blade, but that's a little bit. I think those are two very hard to do because you need to be real flexible and you need to have good hips. So if you're younger, not quite as strong, you don't have quite as good hips, you can do what I do. You won't see this too much in the NHL because they're all freaks of nature, but Tucaras does this. It's called putting your boot on. So you get around this part, you get that in here. It's nice, completely sealed, but your pushes off won't be quite as good because you don't have that leverage of having your skate. Your pad is already a little bit twisted versus being like this. Just to show you guys what a good RVH looks like, whatever version you do, it's up strong on here. Your glove is down here, getting away that hole. Your head, puck's not there, it's not too big a deal. A guy's coming out up here, you want to be up here. You'll see goalies get beat up there. It's not good, not a good goal to let up because all you have to do is do that. If you're real young, not too much of a risk. You're up playing higher level, AAA, varsity, something like that. Skaters will know to shoot there. So you don't want that. Get up here and you get your leg. Your blade is on and you're pushing in and anchoring. This is something takes good core strength, takes leg strength, takes flexibility, and your stick is in your 5-hole just in case. On this side, you can use it to block passes, but your leg should be high, nice and anchored. That way you can see cut. I'm not too good at it. It helps to be skate blade. If you're super flexible, you'll be able to rotate nice and good. But that way, puck comes out, rotate out here, then a pass comes out, you've already done that rotating to come out and push. Versus if you're real weak, you're just kind of chilling here, puck comes out, it's like that, it's slower, it's not gonna be as good. It's important to make sure that you have your weight ready to go. So on this side, it's blocker where it was. You won't have your stick in your 5-hole, doesn't matter, because anytime that someone is shooting straight on, you shouldn't be in your RVH. But your glove here, ready, head, close enough where you can get it up there if a puck becomes a threat. Stick, you can try to poke some stuff, not gonna have it too much, but our leg is anchored. That way we can come out, we're ready to go, get back into it. It's important to have good edge work so that whenever we are, say we're out here, we can go, real easily. Come, exit. Even standing in some crazy spot like this, this looks like a weird thing to practice, but being able to practice that, get out, get those C cuts, C cut back in, C cut out. Obviously I'm not too good at that. This is one of the biggest things I struggle with, but even I can do it a little bit. Important tool to have. Many goalies become over-reliant on their RVH and they use it too much. If the skater is above the goal line, and he's not a threat to you, you should be up. Now when you meet up, you see if it looks like it can be a threat, you get up, but he's looking up for a pass. If you can't, if you have time, you get up and you're back on your post. You shouldn't be on it whenever they're above the bottom of the circle and stuff like that, because you want more movement. Lots of goalies, they're in the RVH too long and they get beat far side because they're down the RVH. Also, the puck is way in the corner. You shouldn't be in your RVH because you have better movement standing up than you do in your RVH. So if they make a pass across, you're better able to get across. A lot of goalies nowadays, when the puck is right behind the net, you got a shooter handling it, they're always down in their RVH to either side. That's not good because he's not doing anything. You have no reason to be in your RVH. He makes a pass out from a spot where he isn't a threat. Now you're down here. Versus if he's really not a threat to you, you can be standing up, looking behind you, he goes to one side, now you do that, So, as we just said, he looks dangerous, so you're on here, but say he starts to go over that way. If he's about halfway, 60% of the way over, you can just stay here or you can be standing up. Once he really commits and bites to that side, then you want to go over, because if you go over it too soon, he's only halfway there, he can wait easily, double back, and then what you have to do, you're going to have to do one of these. You're going to have to do that and make a desperation play to save that. And obviously that's why we practice our RVH, that's why we get our weight loaded so we can go both ways. That's why skate on post helps, because you can move around like that better. But we'd rather just stay here. He goes to fade, he comes back here, now you're here. Now he's messed up because his plan got foiled. Now he has to go all the way back around. If he tries that, super easy, you're getting there before him. Versus if you go up here, 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 it's not quite as good, not quite as fast because you're going over and back. And also pegs, and if you're playing like middle school, high school sports, you don't have good pegs. Doing that, you'll probably kick the net off. You might get a delayed game penalty because going over and stopping yourself from going back, not too good. You'll probably put a lot of force and kick it off. Something you want to watch out for. You want to be careful not to kick it off because you don't want to delay a game penalty. All right, Aiden, what are your 3 key takeaways from this video?
What I learned about post play was that you shouldn't stay down in your RVH if the puck's not a threat. And then also, make yourself big, fill all the holes, and take up as much room as possible in the net. And finally, be athletic and get your weight stacked so you can explode off the post at any time.
All right, I like this. Let's go.
Let's go.
All right, guys. That's all I got for you today in regards to post play. Make sure you're covering up those holes and getting your weight stacked. Hope you guys learned something. Hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you guys later.